Hi, Malia and Kylie. How are you both doing today?
Good,
Good.
how are
Nice to meet you,
you?
Trey.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you as well. I'm doing great. I can't wait to talk to you both about this film, which I enjoyed a lot. Dare I say, this film has some bops. Like this might be one of the top films for Descendants of music. Like my head was bobbing. And also the choreo was so like intense, low key in this film. So I can't wait to see what fans have to say about it because I think this is gonna like rank high, at least for me.
Oh,
You've had the opportunity to now grow with these characters for multiple films. Looking back at where you began with them and where they are now in this film, what part about each of their evolution means the most to you personally? And what do you hope fans realize about these characters' evolution over these two films?
Evolution is definitely a big part of where we left off with Rise of Red to now. And a lot of it is because of time travel. And obviously, Red went back in the past and changed history, and so much is different now. And she's just like waking up out of this dream essentially that was like her past life and what she's grown up knowing. And now she's like, okay, everything looks completely different. And there's much more expectation and
Mhm.
bigger kind of responsibilities, I think. And she has to really figure out what being a princess and being a leader and a big sister, what that means for her now and how she can step up to the plate now that there's like so much more to lose. And I think through her friendship with Chloe that blossomed in the last film, she really cares for her and like wants to be there and doesn't want to lose anybody. So now she's like, okay, I gotta like fight for the people I love. And there's so many challenges and twists and turns and so many evil characters that you would never expect. And I think I really admire that Red is able to kind of like come out amidst everything and stay strong and be there for the people around her that she loves and be that kind of, grounded leader. But there's just so much, so many incredible musical numbers as well that I'm dying for the fans to see.
Yes. Malia, what about you?
I feel like, yeah, no, evolution, exactly what you said, is like the key foundation. I think what this movie and what I hope people are able to take away the most is just the lesson of change and adaptability. I feel like life throws a lot of curveballs at you, and I think for Red and Chloe in particular, there is such a curveball of literally changed time. So of course,
Yeah.
life is completely different, and I think Chloe kind of navigates that in a way of she wants to be there and be that stable, supportive person for those that are around her, and she's always down for any adventure. So she's more so focused on the different priorities at hand, which kind of puts her own feelings on a back burner. And she lets build in this really crazy way that was a lot of fun to play. I really loved being able to play and pinpoint the moments that sometimes weren't even written in the script. That Kimmy, our director, was really incredible in being able to guide me in within like, oh, and then maybe look at like Red in a particular way here, and we're gonna do an extra close up just because we want to catch this moment and see how her heartbreak kind of develops and grows into this grander finale, which you see by the end of it. So I think just being able to kind of witness, what that change and what that adaptation looks like within these different characters and their dynamics and how it does change. But change means growth in a really, really great way. And I think that's a life lesson for anybody watching. And one thing that I always remind myself when I watch it back, I'm like, oh, they've grown so much.
Yes. And even just like, that film came out like two years ago, I believe. And I feel like you can just
Yeah.
chart the growth that's happened with the characters in those two films. And I'm sure you've gone through growth, personally and professionally in that same time as well. So I think it's just like I think the word evolution just speaks a lot to this film for sure.
Yeah. No,
Definitely.
seriously. Very
Yeah.
good word.
Yes.
Trademark it.
Well, thank you both so much for chatting with me. I can't wait to see this film again and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
You
you so much.
too.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you as well. How are you doing today?
Hello, wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to chat with you three about this film, which I enjoyed so much. I also enjoyed the songs. Like, I feel like this is going to be one of those Descendants films where people can be like, wow, there were really some bops in
Yep.
this film. So
No,
I
I
think
agree.
that I'm so excited for fans to, be able to listen to some of these tracks. But first off, you had the experience of joining a cast whereas some of the actors are returning to roles that they've been in for at least one movie. So what did you not only learn from watching them work, but what did you also learn from them about being able to step into a franchise and carry a franchise that's meant so much to so many fans?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What a great question.
Yeah.
I think the first day on set, I think overall, not even just the first day on set, but the beginning of prep for the movie, we had 5 weeks of prep. And I think in those 5 weeks, seeing Malia and Kylie get back into character was insane because I remember watching Rise of Red and being such a fan of the both of them. And like wondering, like asking all those questions to myself, I wonder how they do it. I wonder what it takes to like get fully processed in their blue hair and red hair. So iconic. And so I think like the first day of seeing the red hair on Kylie and the blue curly hair on Malia, it was just so insane. It's a moment I will never forget. But yeah, they definitely like they had so much advice. I remember asking all the questions to them, and they always like gave me the best advice. They best big sisters ever. Like it was quite insane seeing them get back into character. But I think like yeah, I don't know what y'all
Yeah, yeah. They led the way with so much grace,
Yeah.
and it was such like a flawless transition for us. They welcomed us with open arms, and it was just so much fun. And I know personally, I learned a lot like on the job watching them and how they would go about rehearsals or on set. But I mean, they're stars for a reason.
Yeah.
They're incredible professionals. So yeah.
Just like what everyone's saying, they're incredible leaders and they really welcomed us into their world and they worked just as hard as everyone else, if not the hardest of everyone, and also Disney in general. They really welcome you into their family. And I felt so supported by all the executives. Suzanne Todd was an executive producer on this and felt like she was an aunt to me when I was and it really gave me the confidence to step into this new character and feel like, okay, I can do this and I'm supported. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah. And I grew up with, Disney Channel movies such as, the first and second High School Musical and Camp
Yep.
Rock,
Yep.
Cheetah Girls, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
And one thing that I've always wondered is I know that there is of course, the acting aspect of it, getting to the character, but also the choreo and the singing and all of that on top of the fact that you're taking on these roles in these characters. For you, what do you think is something that people may not realize what it takes to prep to be able not only to your acting, but you also have the musicality aspect and you're learning so much choreography for all of these dance sequences as well. So what do you think someone would be surprised about that aspect of the process as well?
I think just how many hours we were at it. Like
Yeah.
at least like 10 hours, like a day, I think, right? Was it
rehearsals
like
in that 5 week period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
every day just at it, going at it with the dancing and stuff. Like Emilio and Amanda, they were not playing when it came to the choreography. Like I remember the first day, we were all thinking that it was gonna be sweet, cute,
Nope.
cute. And we
Woke us
walked
up.
in and we learned Perfect Princess for the first time, and we learned what, 4 routines in one
More
day.
routines in one day. I was like,
And
Threw us into the pool.
there was
Learn how to swim.
Yep,
Yep.
learn how to swim.
Yep.
And it was insane. Like the amount of sweat we lost. It was
Oh,
crazy.
passed
Our
out.
bodies were working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I was just going to say something that Emilio always kept reminding us early on in the process is to remember to start with whatever attitude your character has,
Yeah.
bring it into rehearsals because it's not just going to magically happen on set. So it was something that I had to practice. And then obviously the costume is the final missing piece for me to really feel like, okay, I'm Hazel Hook
Yeah.
now and step into all that it
Yeah.
is. But
Yep.
that's something people may not realize is also practicing the attitude because these dance numbers, you're still telling the story. So you have to remember it's not just dance moves. Like you have to
bring it.
continue the flow of
You got to
the-
be specific and concise with
Yeah.
character choices in the songs and the dances, and of course, like the acting.
Exactly.
Most people just immediately go there, but it's with everything else as well.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Can't wait to see this film again and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
You as well.
Thank you. Of course. Have a good one.